Today I want to stay in a kind of dreamy zone so that I could feel nicely creative and not be wandering into the areas such as social media or the website or commerce manager accounts, etc. So I have to really try and focus because it's a big draw and stay in a creative zone. So with this in mind, I'm going to have my chamomile, even though I really would love some coffee, but chamomile is great just for keeping you nice and easy. And I'm going to sit here in the kitchen, write down a few little notes and things, and then I'll go upstairs and get into my beads. And I intend not to wander too far off the path. So this is my little creative space that is incredibly difficult to keep tidy. It's all boxes and jewellery supplies, and there's plenty of boxes hidden behind those. And then it's just inside the window, like you can see. I keep all my books in there. Not all of them, kind of a good pile of them. And I try to keep this tidy and separate, but you can imagine if you're trying to paint and you're trying to make cards and that, you have to move all that back into the boxes, which is my biggest issue, space and trying to keep everything in order. Now this, I've done a run around on this, but even with that, it is a total and utter catastrophe. You'd need a warehouse, but I'm sure if I had a warehouse, I'd fill that too. So I think a lot of people who do crafts and handmade items and run a little business have a similar issue. But I think I'm doing well. A little girl I know gave me that little cloud and I love it. So yeah, so I love this little spot. I have another spot in the sitting room and I have another one in the kitchen. That's really nice too. But it's just nice to have a little special spot to pop yourself. I'm going to get all crafty this week. I am dying to get into these beads for so long. Now I have an awful lot of projects in mind, but I'm trying to kind of focus down on things. So I found these little Easter eggs. I don't even know if I can get through them. It's a possibility they're there because I can't actually get a head pin through them. But since it's Easter, I might see if I can incorporate them. And as you see, they don't match. That won't matter, sure it won't. No. Check my little cheese boxes. They're really handy for this kind of thing. So I've tried to be tidy and get rid of a lot of the plastic so that you don't have to listen to the plastic. Look, I have these. I want to make some boho, kind of dreamy style. And I just saw these in a shop. And I suppose they all kind of conspire to inspire me. Look, there's little bunnies, very seasonal. So I'll probably have to make a little Easter one. But look, there's charms and little mushies, and they're just. I'll show you the size of them. You see, that's my hand. So they're small. They're about an inch high, so they'll really work. I can colour them, or I don't know, I can do all three. Now, this is what inspired the whole thing. I want to make boho earrings today, and these. Oh, you see, I'm desperate. I can just keep these ones. These ones are wooden. This is a bracelet I picked up in a charity shop. They just inspired me straight away to make something kind of boho. And then I've had these little stars for the longest time with the intention. These are little craft stars. You can get them in any little craft shop. So my intention was and is to drill them and just make tiny little dark sky earrings and that. So similarly, I could colour them. I don't know. And then there are these. Now, I might not use all of this. Oh, there's some more hearts. I want to keep them all together. I'm trying to get rid of the plastic. I hate the sound of the plastic, even when I'm not on the camera. Go away, old plastic. Now, this is a find as well. This is from look, it's definitely crystal. It is so sparkly. It's not funny. So this is somebody's crystal necklace, and I got it for, I don't know what, not much, in a charity shop. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take that asunder, of course. I mean, you couldn't look at it, just glitters. I seldom even see crystal glittering so well. So I'm delighted with that. And then these are some old cloisonné earrings that I've made. But I want to use up some of the old earrings that I'm probably just never going to sell. There are so many. So I need to start using the beads again. So these little cloisonnés are one of my favourite style of bead. And then, of course, my trusty wire. I do love this wire. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but I might. So there you go. I'm going to shush now and get down to business and see what I come up with. And hopefully I'm going to put on some nice music. Now, I have had to admit to myself, hi guys, who are you watching? I've had to admit myself that I'm having a little bit of a blockage today. I was all set to be all creative, but you see, when I say that I have to do something, that's when things go wrong. So I've rummaged and rummaged in my bead heaven, which is over there. And what I discovered was old boxes with tiny beads in it, where I used to use tiny beads when I started out. I then moved to bigger beads later. So I kind of rummaged through there because there's a lot of tiny little beads. See, like those little pink ones? Let me see, can I show you those? They are so tiny. Where are they gone? Okay, we'll see the pin. There, those little ones. Right, I'll see, can I focus? Focus, focus. There they are. Just little tiny beads like that, little details on them. They're going to be cute for the fairies. Fairies need to be, oh, these ones are gorgeous. Wait till I show you these. Little teeny ones. Like those, they're like little bells. Look at them. It's like a little peachy goldy kind of detail on that. So I have found a few of those in old earrings and that. I'm going to use those. This inspires me, but it also freaks me out a little bit because I get a rush to the head of all of the just ideas, and it brings you down memory lane of when you were doing another project and all of that. So yeah, as you might notice, it's my difficulty is to focus on what I'm actually doing. But then if you're not inspired, you then have to inspire yourself. So to run through some of the ideas. Oh golly. So I went through those beads, teased them all out. And yeah, I have to admit, I'm really stuck today. So I'm going to do this and see then what can be done. I've really had to take it in baby steps today, but it's okay. My mama told me there'll be days like this. Oh yes. And I told me as well there'll be days like this. Where's my wire? Yeah, a little bit of copper wire. I don't have many days like this. I'm not entirely sure I wanted to even show a day like this. I wanted to kind of break into it and show how the days go, flying with the creativity. But I had a big creative day yesterday. It seems to be one day off, one day on these days. I probably should have gone and done admin today. But they say even if you're not feeling very creative, whether you're writing or whether you're doing anything, you should pop yourself in front of your work and let the bad stuff come out as well. It's a bit like life, isn't it? You just have to work through everything. It's not all one thing or another. So I thought I would include it today because, I don't know, maybe it'll help somebody. If they can see that other people, I get really stuck as well sometimes, and it's all right. Do you know what it is? Anyone who knows me would know this. I hate wasting time. Now, I know this is not wasting time. And I know it's all worthwhile. Even if this is no use later and I'm not happy, I'm just going to do one piece at a time. And then see how I feel about it later. And if I don't like it, I will take it apart. I'm just going to do one. This is what I've decided to do. Baby steps. Do one. Don't be trying to do them all at the same time. Do one and then follow up with another one. And if I find I have a nicer design or design that I'm happier with, whoops, what am I at? I'll just go with that. I like to have it a little bit uniform, but not overly uniform. And I don't want to have a gazillion. I don't want to trot them all out I used to do that at the very beginning. I'd get an idea and then I'd do them in every single colour under the sun, or every single stone or crystal or whatever it was at the time. But now I like to make them a little bit more unique. In fact, if I make every earring slightly different, it would be much better for me and for customers. So for Lampand Designs, I think that's how I'm going to work from now. I always tend to make bigger earrings, and it's a possibility. I mean, you can't please everybody. I do petites as well. Started to do petites because I kind of like a medium earring, but I'm beginning to like much, much bigger earrings as well that you can actually see because I have a head of hair. And also I like the statement of an earring. I just think it just brings the colour in. And even to date, I would wear nice earrings, colourful earrings, but they were quite matching. You know what I mean? Well, it's not that I don't want them to match. It's that they weren't obvious, put it like that. They're nice beads, beautiful beads, in fact, beautiful stone, but not an obvious. I like more statement earrings. This is where I'm going with it at the moment. Now, these are not so statement. I'm trying to keep them neat, but they're not petite. Petite would be that on its own. This tiny little thing. That would be petite on a little hook. So these are not particularly petite, but they are not huge, and I'm not going to make them too much longer either. So I'll make a few at this length, and I'll probably extend as well. I think what happened to me today was I ran at it like a bull, and I thought I had all these ideas, and I did, but really I needed to quieten all that down and just take it easy and forget about the ideas that I had before and just bring out the pieces. These little wooden pieces are quite delicate, so I'm going to use the sturdy ones. I'm kind of happy with those now. They're really sweet. I'll hold them up to you and show you. Could have made them longer easily, but I think for the moment I'll keep them nice and simple. Can you even see them? It's very, very, very hard with my lighting. The daylight is in the back of the house and I'm not set up there. It's kind of like Murphy's Law, isn't it? Whichever way. What am I doing? Right. Ooh. Right, well that worked. Show you now. There. Can you see that? It's a little flower. It's hard to see. It's probably easier to see in there. I'll show you later in a proper picture format. Now I'll leave you be for a moment. I'll be back. Right, I finally got onto the swing. I have a nice little thing going on, I think. So, yeah, I'm pleased. They're very delicate and very dainty. I held off colouring this till now because I just wanted to see what it would be like natural, but I'm just gonna give that a little colour, and it just blends in really nicely, makes it really delicate, and it looks just too blank, nice and clear. So I'm just gonna put this on. Anyway, I want an excuse to put on kind of glittery colour. It's not too glittery now, it's quite muted, but it's a warmer tone than that natural colour. So that's fun. It's very delicate now, this wood, so I'm hoping some of the designs I won't be able to use, but sure, it was only supposed to be a bit of crack. I've made such a big production out of it, but there you go. I can do that. Ooh, yeah. I forgot how much thrills I get when I look through these. When I have an opportunity to look through my beads, just beads that I've stowed away over the years and collected and everything. And I'm just looking, what I'm doing now is I'm looking for little inspirational beads. They're a little pale green, they might be nice. A little focal point to make, I don't like putting very clear, just clear, clear, clear. Usually I want to have a little bit of interest in the beads, a little special bead. So whether it's a cloisonné or something that's faceted, they're little tiny green ones, they'll be lovely too. Because it's kind of natural, earthy, but sparkly, kind of fairy-like. There is a little fairy there, but to do with the plants and the undergrowth and the whole idea of a little world in the flowers. So that's what I'm going for. So anything that kind of inspires that kind of thinking, So I'm having a little rummage. Oh, there's some things I've been actually throwing out, some things that I realized are just taking up space, and I'm slowly whittling down my craft room so that I can actually see what I've got and that I can do some work with what I've got. They're very natural. They're handmade beads actually. But I'll do those another time. These are tiny. Actually, they're fantastic. If they will actually go. Oh, okay. Woohoo. I think I have harvested everything I can from that little box. And now I know what's in there. Lovely. Oh, I'm thrilled now. So I think I've developed a little style. So I'm going to focus on that for a little while. Get a little collection out of that style. And then I'm going to work, I think I'm going to carry on working in this vein for a little while, because I do have those other lovely little petals that I'm dying to make something out of. They'll be bigger earrings. The proportions of the things that I'd saved were really, really quite different. So that kind of threw me a bit. But now I'm into it. Whoa. Now I'm into it. I see how obvious that is, but of course, these things will happen. And so I feel nicely. This is really soft wire. It's lovely to work with, but a little bit soft. Now, I say that a lot. It's driving me nuts. I'm considering editing this now in a few minutes, but I'm not sure if I should. Although I'm trying to be consistent with YouTube, so God, I really wasn't in the form this week for doing that kind of thing. Especially because I did feel creative. I was bursting to do something. Sorry about the little light looking in there. I was bursting to do, and I still am, creative things. I have a lot on my mind to do, but maybe that was the problem. I was expecting a much quicker results. So now I have a style developed today. I mean, really. For me, I usually, I don't know, look, it is what it is. And I'm really pleased. So my back is hurting me now because I've been hunched over here for a while. I have to keep reminding myself to sit up. I have to change the height of the table and that. I think I'll hire it and make it bigger. Even though the bigger the space, the more mess I seem to make. But you do need a little bit of space when you're dealing with these things, because I keep, for example, I keep scooping things off here with my cuffs, and because I'm maneuvering around this little space. See, they're going to be really cute. Right, I'll show you a little bit further now in a second. Now, guys, there you go. That's my little effort for today. My little toady stoolies, they're kind of cutie. Little floral, little pots, the little butterflies. Each one is different. Little flowers. I haven't quite finished those, but I will. And there's a different butterfly. I'm going to go dark with that one. Purples and blacks and dark crystals and that. So they'll be pretty. And I'll upload them to the site, Handmade, soon. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your own projects. And I will hopefully improve on my creative video vlog next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.